The effect of a great film lasts on even after the credits, and in some cases it may even last a whole lifetime. Films can be especially foundational when growing up because they help us understand the world around us and ourselves. So if you're looking for films that will actually inspire you and help you become a better person, here are 10 amazing films you have to see. And it doesn't matter what kind of films you enjoy, I believe there's something in here for everyone. The first film is called Locke, and this film takes place in only one location for almost 90 minutes. And I know it sounds like really boring, but I promise you it's one of the most gripping and intense films you will ever see. Tom Hardy plays a man that has everything. A great job that pays well, a wife, kids, a beautiful, loving home. But he's about to lose everything because of one single mistake, and throughout the night he tries to save his life from completely falling apart. This film is about harsh truths. It shows us that men who seem to have everything figured out from the outside can be really broken and have problems on the inside that are not really obvious to see. It also shows us that the things that we believe are certain can be gone with a single fatal mistake, ultimately showing us that everything that is done in darkness will eventually come to light. Film number 2, It's a Wonderful Life by Frank Capra, and if you don't like old films, just give this film a shot. After 30 minutes, you will find out why this is more entertaining and fulfilling than most things you can see on Netflix right now. In one of the greatest stories of all time, James Stewart plays a man who sacrifices his personal dreams in order to serve the community in his hometown. Years later, his suicidal thoughts on Christmas Eve lead him to meet an angel that shows him what life would look like if he never existed in the first place. This film shows us why sacrifice for the community is so important, and it's also one of the most wonderful love letters to our role as men inside of our own families and in our communities. Film number 3, Moneyball. I promise you this isn't at all what you expect from a film about baseball, because Moneyball flips the sport industry into a metaphor about real life. This film tells a story about the importance of undervalued talent, because most people aren't what they seem to be. And this film shows us how empathy, good intentions and discipline can actually be the way to flourishing and success. Film number 4, Bicycle Thieves. Man, this is one of the most moving classics of European cinema. It takes place in a post-World War II Rome where people were just struggling, barely getting by, struggling with poverty and hopelessness. And it is in this setting where a father and husband gets his bike stolen, and if he doesn't find that bike again within 24 hours, he will lose his job, and that will eventually lead his whole family into financial ruin. This is a father-son odyssey in a very specific kind of Rome, and it shows us how tempting evil becomes when we are desperate, and in the end shows us why when somebody does you wrong, you should never use this and as an excuse to do even more wrong. Film number 5, Manchester by the Sea. Back when it was released, this film won many awards, but nowadays it's become really underappreciated in my opinion. This film shows us what the aftermath of a devastating tragedy in a personal life looks like. Casey Affleck in this film delivers one of the greatest performances of all time as a man who tries to keep on living after his life has been completely destroyed, and he just lives with so much regret, guilt and shame. This is such a sad and depressing film, but still the filmmakers, through the storytelling and filmmaking, make us discover moments of light. Even when we feel that our life is completely destroyed and is going nowhere, there's still hope and there's still a way to keep on going and keep on living. Film number 6, Land. This is one of the most creative, unusual and powerful gangster films of all time, and it's one of those films you can keep on rewatching again and again and again. It takes place in the dangerous suburbs of Paris in the 90s that ever since have been decaying by lawlessness and corruption. It follows 3 young men that are born into this and don't know their place in the world, and at the lowest points still keep on receiving opportunities to do good. This film has shocking scenes, moving sequences, and even hilarious moments. And I promise you, the ending of this film will leave you speechless. Film number 7 is Whiplash. I think this is one of the most gripping contemporary American films. There's no film like this where we see the downfall of what happens if we make success our singular goal just to please our own ego. It takes us behind the scenes into the abusive interpersonal dynamics that happen within the music industry, but also within educational facilities. Even if you've seen this film before, rewatch it. You will discover and rediscover so many layers in this, and the ending is one of the most layered and provocative and interesting and creative endings of any film ever, in my opinion. Film number 8 is The Godfather. The first film of this trilogy contains some of the most flawless acting, directing, writing ever put on film, in my opinion. It's a film about the manipulative power of family, money, and lawlessness. And the first film in particular is a movie that will change and grow with you as you grow up. Film number 9, A Hidden Life by Terrence Malick. And this film asks one of the most difficult questions of all time. What if doing the right thing will cost your life? Will you still do the right thing even then? And this beautiful and heartbreaking film tells the real life story of an Austrian farmer who denies to conform with the Nazis in World War II. The film has just amazing cinematography, and the unbelievable atmosphere gives you a really specific and unique viewing experience. And I believe that seeing this film for the first time will change how you view your own efforts to represent truth in your own life. Film number 10 is The Place Beyond the Pines by Derek Cianfrance. This is such a great mix of like gangster film, family drama, and coming of age story. And it gives you like the rawness and authenticity of an art house film while still maintaining the style and entertainment of a Hollywood movie. Place Beyond the Pines is such an important exploration of legacy. It's about what we are born with, what we pass on, and the choices we make in our own lives and how their effects last for generations. Alright guys, these are 10 amazing films every young man out there should see. I really hope that you will find these films rewarding, valuable, and insightful for your own journeys as men. I know these films have been really meaningful to me, and thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your time and attention, and I hope to see you back in the next one.